What's up, everybody? It's your boy Al. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're blessed. I know you are. If you're watching me, I know you're blessed. Why are black women so angry? That's a question that came up today when I was kicking it with the fellas here where I work. They were talking and powwowing, we were, and the question came up, why are black women so angry? The question is a pertinent one, but not just a question for black women, but women in general. As if you have been paying attention to YouTube and to a lot of channels and just to a lot of videos and posts and things of that nature on social media, you've been seeing that a lot of women, not just black women, but a lot of women are fed up. And so what makes women, why are women so angry? Why are black women so angry, particularly, if that's the question that came up? But why are women in general so angry? The answer is not one-sided. It's not on either side exclusively to men or women. But there's a little bit of accountability for both men and women, primarily though for men. Here's one thing that I do know about women, especially since that I've learned since I've been married. One of the things that I've learned about women is that women give back the energy that they receive. Women give back the energy that they receive. One of the reasons why black women are so angry is because historically, for generation after generation, black women have not given back, they have not received back in return the energy that they give out. Women in general are natural lovers, so they're going to approach with love initially. I know today we see a lot of women who are scandalous, have scandalous ways. They come after men for money. They try to come after men for this or that or the other. They do a lot of devious and dirty things. But I am 100% confident in saying that there is not a woman on the planet who starts out that way. There's not a woman on the planet that starts out that way. Women give back the energy that they receive. And when you give out great energy, loving energy, and all you receive, get back in return is deceit, dishonesty, how should I say this? Manipulated scripture and things of that nature, you're going to get back anger, you're going to get back attitude, you're going to get back all of those things. One of the things that I thought of when that question was being asked and I was thinking how I was going to do this video, I thought about a friend of mine who I went to school with. And I can remember from day one, this dude, we haven't spoken in years, haven't seen him in quite a while. I hope he's doing okay. But I can remember from elementary school all the way through middle school. We parted ways at high school. He went to one high school, I went to another. But even knowing, we parted ways in a meaning we didn't go to school together, but we still knew each other and kind of kept up with each other and hung out. We're friends during high school and after high school. But one of the things I remember, this dude always got great energy from girls. I mean, from day one, he was the guy that all the girls thought was cute and good looking. They would pinch his cheek and kiss him on the cheek and, can I sit next to you in class? Or can I sit next to you on the bus and field trip? And he was the guy who would come with Valentine's Day candy for all the girls in class, wearing a little goofy bow tie. And all the girls like, oh, he gave me some candy. And I can remember that vividly in my head, just bringing back memories of more innocent days for me. But I can remember when we got older, when we got grown, when we got to be young adults, it was still the same. And I can remember a conversation then. I think we were in our early 20s. And we were talking about, it was even then in our early 20s, we were chewing a fat and kicking a ball around about black women, and women had to have attitudes and this and that. They act like I want to talk to a brother and this and that. And I'll never forget what he said. When we were talking to him, we were talking about it. And went around the circle and got to him, like, man, what do you think about this? He's like, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. It's like, we were like, what do you mean? He's like, man, All those things you said, they're not my experience. I don't have those experiences with black women. Black women have always affirmed me. From my mother, my sisters, the women in my life, the girls I went to school with, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, black women have always affirmed me. So I don't have those issues with black women. Black women have always treated me sweet, treated me nice. And I was there to you back them up on that. I was like, yeah, man. I mean, we kind of parted ways in high school. But yeah, I remember that, just so the fellas would know he wasn't lying. So like, yeah, man, this dude's telling the truth about that. And we were talking to him about it a little bit more, and he got a little deeper. And we said, well, why do you think that's your experience? And our experience, some of our experiences were black girls having attitudes and this and that and the other. And he said, I'll never forget this. He said, the reason why my experience is what it is with black women is because I give back the energy I receive. The way he explained it is this. All of these girls who treated him sweet all throughout the years, gave him, kisses and pinched his cheeks and just called him sweet, handsome, whatever. He said, all of that I got, I always gave it right back. Whether I thought the girl was attractive, I wanted to date her, or I didn't think she was attractive, or she was that cute, or she was heavy, or whatever, I still gave them the same energy back. If a girl called me sweet, handsome, even when I thought she wasn't, that good looking, I would still talk to her sweet, talk to her nice, give her a hug. And some of those girls, even though they would know, because they would see who my girlfriend was, they would see that I didn't necessarily want to talk to them in that manner, but because I gave them the same energy back, sweet energy, nice energy, loving energy, they always kept that for me. Even as their homeboy, they still kept that energy for me. And he said that, one of the mistakes we make, and I was like, yeah, you might be right, is when we want to give all the girls that are cute that good energy. And then the girls that we don't think are attractive or cute, get off me, I don't want to talk to you. He's like, no, that's where y'all mess up. Y'all don't give every woman the same energy. You don't have to be attractive to a woman to give her the same energy. You don't have to be attracted to a woman to give her the same kindness, loving kindness that she gives you. And a lot of girls get messed up though. And I was like, God, why you might be right. And he said the mistake that some of us make, and I agree, the mistake that some of us make is we don't give that energy back. We treat the girls who we don't like, we treat them nasty. We treat them bad. They try to be sweet to us, even maybe not with the intention of dating us or being our girlfriend, but we can't just even be sweet, nice to them. And then the girls that we do like, we give them the illusion that we're being sweet, but what do? We date them just to get them in bed, then dump them, date their girlfriends, lie to them, mislead them. We're sweet on them until we get the draws, and then in essence, they become mean, evil, and bitter and nasty too, because they only have the illusion that they're getting the same energy back that they're giving, which sometimes is worse because their feelings get deeper, and then when they get crushed, then they become these monsters. And I was like, wow. And yeah, man, I still see that. I still hear those words ringing in my ear from the brother. Even to this day, some 20 some years later, I still hear those words ringing in my ear, that women give back the same energy that they receive. And as the men, as the heads, as the leaders, we are charged with treating women respectably, whether we like them or not. We are charged with treating women with the utmost respect. Now, I'll say this. That's where a lot of men have fallen off. We haven't treated women, we haven't given women the same energy that they've given us throughout the years. And historically, it's been on so many levels, not just with the men, but you go back and look at a lot of the fathers of some of these girls. Some of them grew up in single parent homes. not receiving the love from their fathers that they received. And they loved their daddies. They admired their daddies, and their daddies saw their daddies skipped out on them. And again, giving all of this love to daddy, and daddy skips out, or something happens to dad, he ends up in jail or whatever. You have a lot of these women that are just that their initial experience of giving a man love and receiving back garbage is sought from day one for a lot of them. So you have a recovery process from day one for a lot of them who lose their fathers to jail, or he leaves, or what have you. You have a lot of these issues. You have a lot of these issues with girls being, not raised in proper households, father not there, or father is there, and maybe he's a molester, or maybe the uncle or cousin or brothers are molesters. You have a lot of women who deal with that and have hurt from those situations where they trust and love and depend on family members, cousins, uncles, fathers who just devoid and crush that trust, violate that trust by doing things they're supposed to do. So you have a lot of girls from grade school age, because a lot of fellas say, well, man, our girls, and when they were young, they had attitudes. A lot of it is because of that. It's because they have a practice of giving out energy, good energy early, and getting back crap. So yes, we are charged with the duty in a lot of cases of trying to repair that, as the boys they go to school with, as the boys that they see in middle school and high school, elementary school. We are charged with that. And a lot of times you never know what she's coming from at home. How good would it feel, or good would it be, to be able to give her an energy away from home that she's not getting at home? And fellas, what you have to wrap your mind around about is that a girl whose affection you're trying to earn isn't the only girl worthy of getting good energy, good love, and appreciation from you. Because that draws, it brings about a resentment that you may not feel or have to deal with, but a fella later on who comes and does like her, find her attractive when you didn't, you may have been like, ugh, get off me. Somebody else comes along and like, what's up? And she's got so much resentment from the experience with you. It's not that she don't want to like the fella, but she don't want to put out no more good energy, because putting out good energy in the past has burned her. So she just wants to put up this wall and not give out that good energy. When I say energy, I don't want y'all to think I'm on this stuff. People talking about energy and the galaxy and all this. No. When I say good energy, I mean just a smile, good conversation, a soft tone, a hug, a handshake, not a dismissive attitude. That's what I mean by good energy. So, and a lot of girls, a lot of women in general just get, even some of the most beautiful women on the planet experience getting bad energy back when giving good energy. A lot of girls who are young and cute and they know they're cute don't start out thinking, ooh, I'm gonna take it, I'm cute, all the boys like me, I'm gonna take advantage of this. A lot of girls, they want to fall in love with that one guy, but that one guy messes her up, because no matter how cute she is, he'll always want to have multiple girls, and she's messed up. Now, women, let's flip this coin over. Let's flip this coin over, ladies, and let's talk about where you guys mess up. You guys mess up by wanting to continue to give your energy to the guy who you know is no good. And I know how hard it is not to. I know how hard it is not to give your energy to that guy. So I don't know, for whatever reason, a lot of women are attracted to the dangerous guy, the guy who has this bad boy image. He's the guy everybody wants. He's the guy who you might know, he's a ladies' man, or all the girls like him. The danger thing that you guys do that you should guard yourselves against doing, I'm not going to tell any woman don't go after a man you want, or don't show affection to a man that you want. Don't give good energy to a man that you want to be with. But you must be careful when you find yourself in situations where you're always giving your best energy to the guy who you know is no good. The guy you heard about dated your best friend and dumped her for old girl cross, and then you want to go in and try to see if you want to take on the challenge and see if you've got the glow. You don't have the glow. Beyonce didn't have the glow, so you don't have the glow. A lot of times you do that, ladies, and when you do that, go in with these guys, these guys that you're just so hung up on, and they break your heart and they devastate you. And then you go in and give your energy again, good energy again to another guy like that, who takes you even deeper in the hole. And we've had a lot of women do that, and that's why women now you see women now saying they're dating for money. They're looking for a man who makes 6 figures and 7 figures. They're looking for me because women are exhausted with giving their loving energy and receiving crap in return. Now, ladies, here's part 2 of where you mess up. Not just giving your energy to that guy when you know that guy's no good, and you know that guy is a player, and you want the guy because everybody else wants him. Here's part 2 of where you mess up with that. You give your good energy to this guy. You give back crap in return. You thought it was good energy in return, but it was an illusion. It was just what he needed to do and say, and the person he needed to be to get you in bed or do whatever he wanted to do. And now you're at a point where you're not giving out good energy to a man, right? So anytime you see men now, you giving them attitude, you giving them the hand, you don't want to speak to them, you're rolling your eyes because you are done giving good energy, at least for a season. But here's what I need y'all to do, ladies. What I need you to do is when you are done giving that good energy for a season, be done with it for all men. Because here's what women do. Women give all that attitude to a group of guys, and then as soon as that guy comes around again in a different form, all that you were giving the guys, this whole wall that you put, and I know ladies put up these walls at times after you've been hurt, you've gone through some things, you put up this wall, right? You put up this wall and guys have to fight through that wall to try to be with you. You've been hurt and you tell him, I've been hurting. And he sees it, he's trying to fight through that wall. And sometimes he might not, some fellas might not be successful. You might be too hard. You might be too hard on them. You've seen too much. You've given out too much good energy. You're not giving out none right now until somebody earns your trust. And that's cool. But be that way with all guys. Because y'all, like I was saying, y'all don't do that with all guys. You'll do that with certain guys, and then that guy comes around again who pushes all your buttons, and then that wall immediately comes tumbling down. And other guys see this, right? They're like, hey, wait a minute. She was hitting me with the beatbox. Get out of here. Hit me with the eye roll. Went for a couple of drinks, took her out. Wasn't really engaging. And as soon as this guy comes along, all that's gone. And again, I'm not telling you, you can't help who you're attracted to. Yes, I know this. You cannot help who you're attracted to. But what you must be able to do is develop the discipline. Even when you're attracted to him. Even when he's that guy that makes you go, oh, girl, look at him. Oh, girl, look at him. Oh, yes. I'm doing my best impression of a girl I can. You know how y'all do when y'all see a boy y'all see a man, as soon as you see him, you're like, ooh, yes, ooh. However y'all do it. Oh, man. That guy, when you see that guy, especially because you have the experience with that guy already that you do, make that wall even taller. Make that wall. Don't bring it down and start smiling at him and giving him advances and that the other guy's been fighting for, but you've been holding him off. Don't let that guy come again and do it again. Like, see what he's really about. Because my experience having friends like that guy knows he's that guy, right? That's why he approaches you. Why certain guys approach the baddest women? Because they know they're that guy. They know they're that guy that as soon as they walk in the door, women melt. Women be elbowing each other like, girl, look. They know they're that guy. So what you must do is not play to what he's used to. If you've gotten bad energy from that man in the past, keep your energy on hold until you know he's the truth. That may take some time. And he might play the game for a while because he knows how to play the game. He knows how to be that guy, that illusion of the guy that you want. But a real man, well, let me say this. The man that you really want and looking for, or no, the illusion of that man, the man is not really that man. He has the presentation of that man. He looks like that man. He can only keep up the facade for a season. He can only keep up the facade for a little while before he like, all right, we gonna do it or what? We gonna have sex or what? You've been keeping me on. I've been being this guy. Taking you here, doing this with you. As soon as that guy starts to break down, that's when you know, okay, no. You're not who you were presenting yourself to be, because you're already doing those familiar things that I see. But the guy who you're looking for, he'll tear that wall down. Now the guy who's not that guy won't break that wall down if you're not that one. He won't break that wall down. He won't try to break that wall down. What he'll do, he'll simply move on to the next girl, because that's what he's about. Praise the Lord that he does. Praise the Lord that he does, because you dodged the bullet there. But you ladies have to keep this wall up until you find the one. If not, then take it down and just start over again. That's what I recommend for a lot of ladies. Take these walls down, start over again, give good energy, and see who gives it back. and widen your horizons to who you give energy to. Stop going in for the same type of guy all the time. Some of y'all miss y'all blessing because he's not 6'5", or he's not in the gym every day. I know you want what you want. But don't box yourself in and give everybody bad energy until he looks like he looks, or he makes what he makes. And I know it's speaking on something else there now. I mean, we could, hoping that isn't a reversible trend where, women are just looking now. They've given up on love and they're now marrying for financial security, and that's it. They've given up completely on love. Because that won't last either. Now, I know what women say. Well, I'll put up with a rich guy doing all of that crap as long as he comes home and don't bring that crap home and keeps me laid up in, a mansion and driving the Bentley, and, he can do whatever as long as it ain't in my face. Okay, that's the way you can live. If you can live that way, live that way. But the book is still being written on that, though. Because as we are moving into this generation of women who, massive amounts of women, particularly black women, that are giving up on love and choosing to just marry and be with the man as long as he has money. That's a movement that's so young, we don't know how that's going to turn out. It's like people who don't want to take the vaccine because they want to wait 4 or 5 years down the line to see if there are any long-term effects of taking the vaccine. There may be long-term effects in this whole movement of marrying for money that comes out down the line. Just like we're learning that there's a long-term effect in all of these Brazilian butt lifts and all of this kind of stuff and all these surgeries, we're starting to see the long-term effects. Stay tuned for the long-term effects of all of these for-money relationships. Stay tuned. Because women, you may think that you can do it for 20, 30 years or whatever, or you may not care to do it 20, 30 years, just long enough to get what you can get and move on. But if you want real love, and if you desire real love, then you maybe want to start over again with this, giving out your energy over again. And as far as the fellas, please, and teach your sons. 'Cause a lot of us, unfortunately, are lost causes. But teach your sons, please, to give women good energy. I see a lot of young black boys out here giving black girls bad energy, right? We already have a lot of, my wife is a school teacher. We already see young black girls that are just violent, fighting boys because boys are giving them bad energy. Please teach your young black boys to give their young sisters good energy. Even if they don't like them, even if they don't think they're cute, teach them the importance of giving young girls good energy. It starts when they're young. Give your daughters good energy. Give your nieces good energy. Give your little sisters good energy. Give your wife good energy. I learned that about marriage. You know, when my wife's energy is off, I've learned, and I am learning, present tense, I'm always learning, to my wife, because the Bible tells me, husbands, love your wife like Christ loved the church. I understand that Christ loved us so much that he died for us. And because of that, when he sees us, he sees himself. He sees a reflection of himself. So I understand when I'm looking at my wife and she's in a crappy mood and she's giving me attitude, I am looking at a reflection of the energy that I gave out. 9 times out of 10, when I'm treating my wife like an angel, she's giving me back that in return. So I'm learning in our marriage that when her energy is off, something must be off for me. I maybe must have said something, must be giving us some bad, not enough affection, not enough attention, or something. So I look at myself. And I'm encouraging all these fellas out here who wonder why black women got such bad attitudes, or women in general have such bad attitudes. Look at the energy that we're putting out. Look at the energy that we're putting out to these women. And make sure what's not being reflected back at us is energy that we put out in the first place. So holler at your boy. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if there's something I missed. Let me know if you think I'm totally off. Don't forget to click like, subscribe. Holler at your boy Al. Until next time. Peace, y'all. Have a good weekend.